continue with this great scrap with Rusty French in the Porsche and Jim Richards in the JPS Turbo BMW. Coming down Calder's front straight. Again, you'll notice that the Porsche has the long legs down the straight, but Richards goes very, very wide indeed. Tries to get the right line coming out of the corner, not so much going in. If he can tuck back on the inside, he can't that time. Rusty's got him covered.
He certainly slowed there, Mike. French brakes more than he, and Jim Richards loses so much of his momentum that he can't get back on the turbo. He'd love French to go a little faster through the corner so he could sweep out and try and pass him on the way out. He can't do that. You've got a big turbo versus a small turbo here. Richards needs to flow and keep the car rolling, whereas the Porsche can sort of slow down more than accelerate with an almost explosive force. But Richards is close now. Let's see whether he can just hang on to the tail. No, look at the way the Porsche pulls away. And that must
2 laps to go.
Must cause Richards some despair, but again he takes the wide line, because if he can just get his fast sweep through here, he can get him on the small straight. Now, look how fast he goes here. Trying the outside line now. He won't get by, I don't think, but he's side by side with French. Now he might. If French just gives him room, they touch. French accelerates away again, and Richards has to pull in behind him again. He may make a move, depends where French gives him room. Richards on the outside. He can't get by there, but he get a good line through this corner, and he is very fast through the S's. Let's see what Richards can do. So he's straight through. Shot through like a stone from a slingshot. Brilliant driving by Jim Richards there. And now Rusty French has to do it and may well do it. They have only 1 lap to go after this.
Rusty was under a little bit of pressure there.
Now let's watch them down the straight, see whether the Porsche can in fact outgun the BMW down the straight. We haven't seen the BMW in front before, but Richards is holding it. He got the fast line through the corner that he wanted. French is catching him, goes on the inside. Whether he can get through the corner, though, it remains to be seen. He's in front now. Will he hold the corner? Richards goes behind, puts his nose right under the bar, goes on the gravel again on the inside, takes him, accelerates away. French got an attack of the fright and saying, where the devil did you come from? Gathers the car together.
Don't think Rusty's ready for all this yet, and there's part of the spoilers come off the Porsche. Oh, and he's gone into
off. Look at things that have come off. There's a great cloud of smoke there. Is it Rusty French in there, or is it Jim Richards? It's Rusty French. And Richards on his own then will be seeing this view down the straight. Here he comes. The two tangled in the dust, and it's Jim Richards who emerges the winner of this frantic sports sedan challenge, or GT challenge, and it's Richards first. I don't know whether... No, Rob Jolly comes over in the Commodore. We didn't see much of him. He comes across elements of the race. Here's Jim Richards. Look, there he goes. Now, that's something we just missed there. From the angle we're showing, he had a spin right behind as he braked, lost the car, went off the back, tore the tail off when he touched it on the fence. That's where it came loose.
No, it was actually off when he went in there, Evan. And I think that's why you'll find he lost it, because he had no spoiler on the back and he's locked his back brakes.
So they must have touched before then. Just out of camera. Yes, it would make it a very difficult car to control, because they require the tail down thrust to give them some sort of traction.
Well, if you've been waiting for the Australian Touring Car Championship Round 1, it's coming up shortly when we return to Melbourne International Raceway.
Power of the Porsche to get past him again. Richards in front for the first time. Now, this is the crucial moment of the race at the end of the straight. And I think this is where they touched and where Jim Richards, in effect, unzippered the tail end of the Porsche. The Porsche goes through. Now, watch how Richards seems to touch. I think he probably dislodged the back about there, and the back probably came off either in that move. We didn't watch to see if it flies off.
Richards goes through, takes the lead.
Still there.
And then Rusty French moves to the outside of the side. It goes off there, and that throws the car.
And he puts the brakes on. Look out.
Yes, when he pushed the brakes on, he had nothing to control it, and away he went.